In the enigmatic world of ancient Egypt, where obscurity reigned, the unsung heroes, concubines in ancient Egypt. These hidden figures, once relegated to the background, transformed into pillars of influence. Stay tuned as we unveil the resilience of these unsung heroes, proving that even in the shadows, strength and triumph can flourish. 3. Tiaia. In the days of Amenhotep I, Tiaia emerged as a faceless concubine, a woman of grace and intrigue who resided in the background of the royal court. While her lineage remains a mystery, speculation has swirled around her identity, with theories suggesting she might have been Amenhotep's sister or half-sister. During this era, the pharaoh's women were intentionally kept away from the spotlight, perhaps as a result of the recent memory of Hatshepsut's remarkable rise to power. This was a time when the power dynamics within the royal family were carefully managed to avoid any potential usurpation. Tiaia's status transformed dramatically when her son, Thutmose IV, ascended to the throne. It was during his reign that her true significance began to shine. Thutmose IV, in a revision of her status, bestowed upon her the coveted title of Great Royal Wife. This elevation from obscurity to prominence marked a turning point in Tiaia's life, as her name and role were enshrined in the Chronicles of Egypt. Tiaia's newfound prominence was accentuated by her roles as king's mother and God's wife, both of which she assumed alongside her title of Great Royal Wife. Her statues, often depicted in the company of her son and Thutmose's primary wife, Nefertari, told a tale of maternal pride and influence. These images captured the essence of a woman who had moved from the sidelines to become a significant presence in the Egyptian court. As life waned and the shadows of time stretched ever onward, Tiaia's journey found its final resting place in the Valley of the Kings. Her tomb, KV32, hidden amidst the rugged landscape, became a sanctuary for her memory. Among the fragments of her funerary equipment discovered within the tomb was a canopic chest, a poignant reminder of her existence. Tiaia's legacy was not only preserved in her tomb, but also found in the fragments of history that survived. Her journey from anonymity to recognition mirrors the complex dance of power and influence in the court of ancient Egypt. While she was not a queen in the conventional sense, Tiaia's story illustrates the nuanced roles that women played within the royal household, shaping the destiny of empires from behind the curtains of history. It was a story of just one concubine, and the history was full of such stories. In the next few minutes, we are going to reveal some of the darkest stories of concubines. 2. Meritaten. Meritaten, whose name means she who is beloved at Aten, emerged into a world where her parentage was both a mystery and a source of speculation. Her lineage, concealed beneath layers of history, has led scholars to ponder whether she was truly a daughter of Akhenaten or, intriguingly, a hidden concubine. In the hallowed halls of power, her existence remained a subject of uncertainty, adding an air of mystique to her story. While Meritaten was born into the heart of Egyptian royalty, her future took an unexpected turn when she was wed to none other than her own father, Pharaoh Akhenaten. The nature of their relationship, shrouded in historical ambiguity, has ignited debates among scholars. This unexpected union, where a daughter took on the role of a wife, shines a light on the intricate tapestry of familial and political ties that dominated the Egyptian court. The annals of history saw Meritaten's rise from a hidden concubine to a figure of immense influence. Her role as the great royal wife to Pharaoh Smenkhkare, who was potentially a brother or son of Akhenaten, marked a significant chapter in her life. As she ascended from the shadows, her presence became more pronounced in depictions, reliefs, and inscriptions. Meritaten's path was a delicate balance between her identity as a daughter and her newfound role as a wife. Her prominence amidst her father's reign in Amarna is evident in the paintings that adorn temples and private chapels. She walked alongside her mother, Nefertiti, in scenes that captured the essence of family life and official ceremonies. Despite the potential ambiguity of her status, Meritaten's portrayal as a regal figure and her association with important rituals attest to her complex role within the court. Her journey from a hidden concubine to a woman of royal stature highlights the fluidity of roles within the Egyptian court, where women's lives were interwoven with both power and secrecy. 1. Kia. Kia's presence in Akhenaten's life remains shrouded in mystery. Believed to be a secondary wife to the pharaoh, she has left behind only fragments of her story, each piece carefully preserved in the annals of history. The surviving evidence highlights her importance during the middle years of Akhenaten's reign, suggesting that her role extended beyond the confines of a mere concubine. The name Kia itself sparks debate among historians. Some scholars suggest it may be a contraction of a foreign name, possibly the Mitanni princess Tatuquepa. The theory is enticing, a foreign princess entering the Egyptian court as a concubine, bringing with her cultural intrigue and diplomatic alliances. Others argue that Kia was of native Egyptian origin, with her name possibly being a variant of the ancient Egyptian word for monkey. This linguistic nuance hints at the complexity of her background, casting a veil of uncertainty over her true origins. While the details of Kia's daily life remain hidden, her presence was undoubtedly significant. Her titles, the favorite and the greatly beloved, suggest a deep affection between her and Akhenaten. The commemorative objects bearing her name provide glimpses into their relationship, hinting at a connection that transcended mere courtly duties. Yet the mysteries of history obscure the full extent of their bond. Kia's story takes a perplexing turn, with her sudden disappearance from historical records. As Akhenaten's reign progressed, her name and images vanished, replaced by those of Akhenaten's daughters. Speculation swirls around her fate. Was it disgrace, exile, or some other unknown misfortune that led to her vanishing from history? The erasure of her name ignites intrigue, leaving us to contemplate the shadows that envelop her life story. Kia's narrative is one of the fleeting moments frozen in time. Her prominence at the heart of Akhenaten's court, her presence woven into the fabric of Amarna, and her legacy encapsulated in the gilded coffin discovered in the Valley of the Kings. All these fragments invite us to piece together her story. While debates continue about her true role and the circumstances of her departure, Kia remains an emblem of the hidden concubines whose lives were marked by love, intrigue, and the enigmatic dance of power behind palace walls. Tatuquepa. Often referred to as Tatuquepa, she was not just a concubine, she was a diplomatic envoy, a symbol of diplomatic harmony and a testament to the power of love in forging alliances. Tatuquepa's story revolves around her marriage to Pharaoh Amenhotep II, a union that bridged the Egyptian and Hittite realms. A marriage of diplomacy. Born into the Mitanni kingdom as the daughter of King Tushratta, Tatuquepa's life took a remarkable turn as she embarked on a journey that would shape her destiny and influence the course of history. In the year 1352 BC, as the world watched, Tatuquepa was sent to Egypt to marry Pharaoh Amenhotep II. Her marriage was more than a union of hearts. It was a strategic move to cement alliances between the Hittite and Egyptian empires. Tatuquepa's arrival in Egypt marked a turning point in international relations. As a Hittite princess, she carried not just her beauty, but also the potential for lasting peace and cooperation. Her marriage to Pharaoh Amenhotep I formed a bridge between two culturally distinct civilizations. As a concubine to the pharaoh, she held a unique position that allowed her to influence diplomatic dialogues, further strengthening the bond between the two empires. Tatuquepa's role extended beyond the confines of the Egyptian court. Her presence fostered cultural exchange and artistic collaboration between the Hittites and Egyptians. She was more than just a figure in the background. Her role as a hidden concubine belies the influence she wielded, acting as a conduit for understanding and cooperation between two ancient superpowers.